Football fans, buckle up. The 2025 NFL season is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent memory. We've got superstar quarterbacks entering their primes, defensive juggernauts ready to punish, and franchises chasing history. The road to Super Bowl 60 is loaded with storylines, but only 5 teams stand above the rest as true contenders. In today's video, we're breaking down the top 5 Super Bowl contenders for 2025, diving deep into star players, head coaches, and the hard stats that prove why they're built for a Lombardi run. And trust me, you'll want to stick around to see which team I rank number 1, because it just might surprise you. You can't talk Super Bowl contenders without starting with the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is still the most dangerous quarterback in football, and no lead is safe when he's under center. Last season, though, Mahomes was pressured more than ever, taking a career-high 36 sacks. Kansas City addressed this head-on in the offseason, drafting Josh Simmons at left tackle and retooling the offensive line to keep their $500 million man upright. Even with Travis Kelce in the twilight of his career, Mahomes' connection with new weapons like Xavier Worthy and Juju Smith-Schuster makes this offense as explosive as ever. And don't sleep on Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches in NFL history, who has shown time and time again that he can reinvent his scheme on the fly. Defensively, Chris Jones anchors a front 7 that consistently ranks in the top 10 in pressures and sacks, while Trent McDuffie is becoming a true shutdown corner. Vegas currently has them at plus 800 to win the Super Bowl, giving them the 5th best odds in the league. Experience matters, and Kansas City has more championship DNA than any other team on this list. If Mahomes gets hot in January, we all know how this story can end. At number 4, the Buffalo Bills.
Pursuing and Allen throws, deflected and caught by Coleman on the tip for 6. And the Bills remain alive.
This is the year where it feels like the Bills have to break through. Josh Allen is coming off another MVP caliber season where he accounted for over 40 total touchdowns, and he remains the most dangerous dual-threat QB in football outside of Lamar Jackson. The Bills' offense has shifted slightly since the departure of Stephon Diggs, but Allen has developed chemistry with rookie sensation Keon Coleman, and the emergence of Dalton Kincaid at tight end gives him another elite weapon. The run game, led by James Cook, is finally respectable, giving Buffalo the balance it's desperately needed. Defensively, Sean McDermott's group remains fierce. They ranked in the top 5 in yards allowed per game last season and boast playmakers like Matt Milano and Ed Oliver. According to FanDuel, Buffalo has the 3rd best odds to win the Super Bowl at around plus 700, with a projected win total of 11.5 games. They've been knocking on the door for years. If Allen can lead the Bills to the playoffs and deliver in crunch time, 2025 could finally be the year Bills Mafia gets their parade. Sliding into number 3, the Baltimore Ravens. When you talk about complete football teams, Baltimore is right there near the top. Lamar Jackson, the former MVP, continues to be a nightmare for defenses. Last year, he threw for over 4,100 yards, rushed for another 900-plus yards, and led the Ravens to the best record in the AFC. What makes Baltimore dangerous isn't just Lamar, it's their identity. They dominate in the trenches. On offense, Ronnie Stanley and that offensive line create lanes for Lamar and Derrick Henry in the run game. On defense, the Ravens are flat-out bullies. They allowed the fewest points per game in the NFL last season, thanks to stars like Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton, who might be the best young safety in football. And don't forget about head coach John Harbaugh. He's one of the most respected leaders in the league, with a Super Bowl already under his belt. The Ravens sit at around plus 700 odds, tied with Buffalo and Philadelphia in many books to win it all. They have the personnel, the coaching, and the style of play that travels in the playoffs. If Lamar can elevate his game in January, the Ravens could absolutely be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Coming in at number 2, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Last season, the Eagles tied an NFL record with 18 total wins, capped off by a Super Bowl 59 victory that saw them steamroll their way through the NFC. Quarterback Jalen Hurts has solidified himself as a top 5 signal caller, and the addition of Saquon Barkley makes this backfield downright terrifying. Imagine trying to stop the Eagles' tush push when it's Hurts and Barkley powering behind that offensive line, led by Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata. On defense, Philadelphia remains a nightmare. Jalen Carter looks like the next Aaron Donald, while Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat form one of the league's most disruptive edge duos. Yes, they lost both coordinators in the offseason, but Nick Sirianni has proven he can steer this ship no matter the storm. The Eagles currently have the second-best odds in the league at plus 650, and with their mix of experience, depth, and superstar talent, it's hard to imagine them not being back in the thick of things this postseason. And at number 1, the Detroit Lions. Yes, you heard that right. The Lions are my top Super Bowl contender heading into 2025. This is a team that went from lovable underdog to outright juggernaut last season, posting a franchise record 15 wins. They had one of the most balanced rosters in the NFL, ranking top 5 in both points scored and points allowed. Head coach Dan Campbell has completely changed the culture. His team plays with grit, aggression, and a fearless attitude that makes them dangerous in every matchup. Offensively, Jared Goff is playing the best football of his career, thanks to one of the best offensive lines in the game and dynamic weapons like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and the explosive running back duo of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. On defense, Aiden Hutchinson has developed into one of the league's premier edge rushers, and the secondary, bolstered by draft picks and free agent additions, finally looks like it can hold up against elite quarterbacks. Statistically, the Lions finished last season with a plus 222-point differential, one of the best marks in recent NFL history, even though sportsbooks have them around plus 1,000, slightly behind Philly and Buffalo. The momentum, youth, and swagger they carry into 2025 make them my pick as the top contender. If Detroit can keep this train rolling, they might just deliver the city its first Lombardi Trophy. So there you have it, the top 5 Super Bowl contenders for 2025. 5. The battle-tested Kansas City Chiefs. 4. The hungry Buffalo Bills. 3. The powerhouse Baltimore Ravens. 2. The defending champion Philadelphia Eagles and the rising Detroit Lions. But now it's your turn. Did I get it right? Should Kansas City be higher? Is Detroit really ready to take that next step? Drop your rankings in the comments, hit that like button if you're hyped for the 2025 season, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives all year long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.